Good afternoon to the Atlanta commercial real estate community and our ACBR members. I'm Chris Aaron-Keel. I serve on the board of directors for the ACBR, and I'm this year's Government Affairs Chair. Thank you for tuning in once again as we continue to keep you informed about the ever-changing environment we're dealing with. A lot has happened in the last week since we last updated you. I'm back. Aaron Johnson, our Government Affairs Director, is back. So let's jump right in. So Aaron, we have all heard about Governor Brian Kemp issuing a new executive order effective today at 6 p.m. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, thanks again for having me, Chris. I appreciate it and making sure that we get all this information out to our members. As you mentioned, Governor Kemp has established a shelter-in-place order for the entire state of Georgia that begins today, April 3rd at 6 p.m. and it runs through April 13th at midnight. So for the next 10 days, the entire state is under a single shelter-in-place order. And yes, real estate is included and construction.
Thank you. It's been a stressful 24 hours trying to interpret this order and that relief. So is real estate and construction, are they specifically listed as an essential business?
Well, if you read the shelter-in-place order, you won't see it. But what you will see is a reference to Homeland Security's list, and that's where they are specifically listed. We've had a lot of members that go in and they pulled the order and they didn't see it specifically listed. What you'll find in the order are businesses that are not allowed, like your hair salons, schools, and things of that nature. But he'll make a reference to Homeland Security's list of essential businesses, and that's where we're listed.
Great. And I think a lot of us, or some of us, have also called the governor's office just to make sure that is the right interpretation. So that is all good news. So over the past week, we've seen several local jurisdictions enact these shelter-in-place or stay-at-home orders. Does the governor's order supersede those?
Yes, the governor's order will be the order for the state of Georgia for the next 10 days through April 13th. That was one of the issues that a lot of our members had. They may live in Atlanta and work in Cobb, or live in Gwinnett and work in DeKalb or something like that. And they weren't quite sure as to what they could do and what they couldn't do and where they could actually do it. This gives us a consistent document across the state that everybody can follow and know exactly what to do.
Great. So there seems to be several different definitions of shelter in place. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us exactly what our members can and cannot do?
So shelter-in-place orders really are designed to limit social interaction among citizens in order to prevent this continued spread of the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. As it relates to essential businesses, you're still able to do business, but slightly altered, where you want to make sure you maintain social distancing. You want to make sure you don't have any crowding going on, especially on in spaces. You want to offer your employees the ability to work from home. So you can still go about your day doing the business that you need to do. It's just that you need to make sure that our members are safe, your clients are safe, and that your environment is safe as well. And I think your office is doing some great things as it relates to your construction sites as well.
Yeah, and so to elaborate on that, so any worker, and this is becoming more commonplace, any construction worker that comes onto our site, they get a temperature test by a third-party group that we hired. They get a wristband for that day if they pass that test, and also fill out a questionnaire that we make sure that they don't have any of the symptoms. They get a colored wristband for that day, and they're allowed to work. If they don't pass the application or the temperature test, they get sent home for 14 days. So, and there's other protocols as well, but that's elaborating a little bit on that. So how about our affiliates and servicers like appraisers, inspectors? What does this order mean for them?
They are actually still able to do the things that they've done before, but again, they just do it slightly differently. The one thing I've mentioned to our members is that you want to make sure you talk to your appraisers, you talk to your inspectors and photographers and things of that nature, because they've established protocols for themselves to keep them so they can stay safe as well. While we're maintaining safety for everybody, these different affiliates and our different auxiliary members are putting in protocols to help them, like photographers. They will only go in if nobody else is there. Appraisers, sometimes they can't, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. It all depends on exactly what they need to do. The governor and inspectors, for instance, I want to bring this up. It was a question before. As you recall, about a couple of weeks ago, the governor issued an order to allow third-party inspectors, because of all these governments that are closed down, to come in and do inspections for sites. Well, that did not include high-rise buildings. It only included low-rise buildings and homes. Well, as of Monday night, the governor has now signed another executive order allowing for tall structures or towers to be included when they use third-party inspectors, which I know that also helps you out a little bit. And a lot of our members, is very important to a lot of our members as well.
Yeah, so that was for any building over 7 stories or 7 stories or taller, which was important because a lot of the construction, especially in town, fits that profile. Do our members need a letter when they're going out from place to place that they're exempt?
Yeah, that is a question we get a lot. No, you do not need a letter. Now, I have heard an attorney recommend that you keep a business card with you. Most police officers, and I have talked to 2 different chiefs of police, and the feedback that I've gotten is what they're primarily looking at is making sure people are not getting in crowds. They're trying to make sure that we maintain 10 people or less. I'm sure that most people, as you're riding around, you cover that. But just in case there's an officer that want to make sure that you're going or doing something that you shouldn't be doing, you can let them know that you're in real estate or construction, and that is an essential business. Show them your business card and you should be fine. If you have any issues, let us know. Contact an attorney, but let us know so that we can make sure that we give our members the most current information.
Great. Thank you. That's good information. And Aaron, as always, thank you for being on our team. You're a great asset to the community. Is there anything that you want to leave us with?
Social distancing, the best way to make sure that our industry can continue to thrive and not be considered a business that maintain being an essential business is to follow the proper protocols, make sure that we're doing following the spirit of these orders so that our industry can continue to thrive.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.